What's happening, guys? It's me, Drew, aka the Green Arrow, and this is my new introduction to Arrow Season 5.
My name is Oliver Queen. For 5 years, I was stranded on an island with only one goal: survive.
Oliver Queen is alive.
Now I will fulfill my father's dying wish to use the list of names he left me and bring down those who are poisoning my soul. To do this, I must become someone else. I must become something else.
What's going on, guys? It's me, Drew, aka the Green Arrow, and today, guys, is going to be my review on the Arrow, so let's just jump straight in. Okay, so it left it with Laurel returning to the Arrow Cave. And Ollie was a bit like, whoa, how did you get here, kind of thing. And it just ended it, guys. So we were sitting there for ages thinking, who is she? What does she want? Could she be Laurel? And the answer to all those questions is no. So Laurel is dead. Everyone knows Laurel's dead. So the person who was in the actual Arrow Cave was none other than, does anyone watch Flash? Then you'll know it's the Black Siren. And it was good because Felicity didn't trust her. And you know what? To be fair, she's got real good grounds not to trust her. You know, Ollie just put an arrow into her boyfriend, so she's got a bit of trust issues going on along the lines. But it was really nice the way that she actually was testing her throughout the episode. So the first thing she tested her with, I don't know if many of you guys saw it, but it was actually when she produced her the tray of drinks. She held it and she basically just wanted her to pick one. And Laurel, she went to the alcohol and then she was like, nah, water. So it was like, okay. She's like, that's cool. So the whole point of that was to get her DNA and extract her DNA and to find out exactly if she was who she says she was. So obviously she's done her DNA test and everything. It came back that she was actually Laurel Lance. And it weren't until, I think, was it Ragman? One of them said to her, oh, you know, could it be an evil twin somehow? And Felicity's face was just like, what? Actually, yeah. On Earth too, there is a double gang of her and she's pretty evil and her name is Black Siren. And then with that, you just hear the canary cry and it basically takes her and Ragman down. And that was it. End of story. Went down. Boom. And so through the whole episode, it was more the point of what is she actually up to. So she then ends up in convincing Ollie to meet her, and he does because he sees the good in her after him blaming himself for her original death. He's kind of like, I want to help her. I want to see the good in her. Which unfortunately you're not actually going to be able to find at this particular moment because she's pretty dark, man. Like, she's pretty dark, you know. She's got this bull hoop ring in her nose. She's got this evil look about her, and she's basically just pure evil. So I don't think that she's actually going to turn to being a good character. I think she might end up in being a character a bit like the Vigilante, you know, who he's neither good nor bad, but he'll get the job done, you know. And a bit like the Green Arrow in some respects. He's a hero in everybody's eyes, but he's neither good nor bad. He does what he has to do to get the job done, to stop who he needs to stop. He does what he needs to do, and that's, I think, the angle that she's going to go by. And through the whole episode, you got to a nice little conversation with her and Felicity, and it went along the lines of after Ollie, Ollie she got trapped, she got knocked out. Whole team went in on her, and it was on the say-so Felicity. Ollie said to them, "Oh, stand back, don't do anything, let me handle it." And Felicity was more like, you know what, he can't hear me. If she makes a move, take the bitch out. Period. So, to her it looked like she was going to take her out. But she ends up Laurel ends up in giving Ollie this sob story, basically saying how Prometheus is making her do it, and she's got no control over it, and he's threatened to kill her, and she don't want to die, and all this kind of stuff. And she went to pull something out, and it was when she went to pull something out, Felicity just told the team to engage, and with that they engaged her, and it gave Ollie enough time to throw a tranq dart and basically knock her out. They ended up putting her into the cage in the arrow cave. Anyway, so they ended up putting her back into captivity. Not into captivity, into close. They basically caged her up. So there was a nice little dialogue between her and Felicity. And she basically said to her, you know, what happened between you and Ollie? You know, was it all good and all bad? And then she was like, oh yeah, well, you know, what, have you got a sister? I'd be very careful you got a sister. He's got a habit of going in for sisters, you know, I should know. And it's like, yeah, you don't know because it wasn't you. But obviously she heard the stories about it. And it was just like, you could see Felicity was just singing to herself, I'm going to get you, bitch. I'm going to get you. So she ends up giving her a glass of water, which to me was a bit strange when she actually handed her over a glass of water. Like, it was like, what are you up to? And it wasn't until just afterwards she said that she basically put a whole heap of like nanos into her system so that she can be tracked. The same way that Ollie tracked Dark last season, she's going to track her this season. And it was basically so they could get to Prometheus. So what ends up happening is, also, just before I go into like what happened with Prometheus, Curtis was being kind of a little bitch. You know, I can kind of see why he's a bit pissed off, but he's kind of got to like, curb his shit a bit for the team, because he was more to the point. Like, he was like, I'm useless, there's nothing for me to do, can't do anything, and he basically grabbed up Wild Dog and, you know, said to Wild Dog, what should I do? And Wild Dog said, look, listen, stop complaining about the things that you can't do and start figuring out the things you can actually do. You're going around moaning about things that you can't change, but there's a lot of things on the team that you can do and you can bring to us. You get me? So bring them things there and stop all the bitching. And he also then turned around to him and said, you ever put your hands on me again, I'm going to kill you. And you gotta get that Wild Dog weren't too impressed with Mr. Terrific. And he was just like, listen, pull your head out your ass and just be a team player. I get that you're not happy. I get that your husband left you. I get that you keep on getting your ass kicked. But this is where training comes in. Train a bit more. You get me? Bring the techie side. Because Mr. Terrific, he's good with tech. So bring the tech side to it. So they end up chasing down Black Canary, and, you know, Green Arrow, Prometheus have a little bit of a fight, which was pretty cool. And there wasn't too much Prometheus, which was good, because obviously we still don't know who Prometheus is at this particular moment. So it was nice not to have too much of him. So we had Felicity and Curtis working on some dampening thing to actually stop the Black Siren from actually screaming. It was a dampening field, and basically Curtis and Felicity were working on it, and they didn't know if it was going to work or not. And it was just like, well, if you've got faith, then it's going to work. If not, you know, unfortunately you've run out of time, so whatever will be will be. And at first they go in and she cries, and, you know, boom, like she takes them both down and everything. And Ollie, like I said, was fighting Prometheus, and at this point Prometheus is put him through this wall. And he's come rolling through, and he sees Laurel was just about to kill Felicity and Curtis. And he said to her, you know what, once you've done this, you can't go back. You can't change what you've just done. So, you know what, think before you do it, kind of thing. Next thing you know, Curtis jumps up with this fucking posting he's got, dampener, whatever, holds it right there. She tries to scream. Nothing happening. What do you know? Felicity turns around and clocks her one. So she drops and she goes to the floor. So she ends up getting took to Arcus. Arcus is one of their prisons. So I do believe that we are going to have a little bit more Black Canary, or Black Siren, should I say, in the later episodes. Talking about Black Canary, we see at the very end of the episode that there was a new person who I'm taking it they're gonna give the montage to as the Black Canary. Her name's Tina something, so I don't quite know who like her full name, but I know that she's gonna be the person who takes up the mantle as the Black Canary. It's not gonna be a smooth ride, it's gonna be bumpy, but you know what? I'm interested to see how they're gonna make it. We need a Black Canary. Obviously I wanted Laurel to be Black Canary, but she's gonna be the Black Siren. I've got no problem with that, as long as you can curb the way she is. She has to be more of a team player, but also cool and gangstified at the same time. We also had in this episode Dougal. Everyone remembers that Dougal got set up at the very end, and you know, there's this bad army guy who's basically after him, and you know, Dougal's got the backing of I think his name's Adrian Chase, who's the new district attorney. And basically Ollie goes to him and says to him, you know what, I need your help. Like, I don't want to get no other kind of solicitor. I need you, and I need you to do it because it's a different side of the law. I can't trust nobody else, and because you work for me already, I want you to do it. So he basically sent him out to do onto Dougal's case, and him and Dougal come up with some nice little subtle like code kind of thing. He basically knew that if this guy got Dougal into his custody before Dougal got to wherever, I think it was Blackwall, wherever they were going to take him, then Dougal would have been dead. So Dougal was basically saying to him, listen, you can't let him take me, you've got to do something about it. So there was this nice little code that they came up with. And basically Adrian Chase told Dougal to smack him, because if he smacked him, he, as the district attorney in Star City, yeah, he's got the right to transport any prisoner that he feels like he needs to transport because he just whacked him. Do you understand? So it gives him another 24 hours to get all the paperwork and everything else. So Dougal ends up and hitting him. Everyone goes into one. He does his bit and says, you know what? By whatever law it is in Star City, I'm now going to take this prisoner from one place to another, make sure he gets there safely and he doesn't cause any more trouble. Woo! And guess what? Sorry guys. Guess what? There's going to be a whole heap more trouble. For you who don't know who Adrian Chase is, Adrian Chase is going to be revealed as the vigilante. So is the vigilante going to end up in taking out this colonel, or is he not? Is he going to be one of those things that Spartan realises who knows, or figures out that he's the vigilante, and vigilante figures out that he's Spartan, so he knows Green Arrow. So what's going to happen there? Is Vigilante going to come on board with the Green Arrow, or is he still going to be a thorn in his side? Guys, we don't really know, but we are really going to figure it out pretty soon, I think. I think the ball's going to drop with the Vigilante character, and, you know, something's got to give. It's either going to be good or it's going to be bad. Okay, so just to wrap up this review, guys, we're going to talk about the very end of the show, where basically we had the flashbacks about Russia and everything else, and basically the Bradford guy who Ollie was with at the beginning, Dimitri, he's basically a snake. He's working with Kovac, and you know, it's just how it is. Like, money talks in Russia, and he paid him a shitload of money to basically just betray his brothers, and that's what he's doing, kind of thing. He's betraying everyone that he knows, and he's starting, you know, obviously with Ollie. But at the very end of the episode, you get to see some woman turn up in a figure. Now, if you were quick enough, you'd have seen the first person Oliver saw was Laurel, in this hooded gown as this character. But as focus came in, he got to see it was actually Natalia al Ghul. So anyone who knows Nessa al Ghul and Raisha al Ghul, that's his daughter, Natalia al Ghul, and she is worse because she's really, really, really bad. But she was the one who trained Ollie and Prometheus. So my question is Natalia al Ghul actually Prometheus herself, or is Prometheus an actual character, an actual person? And if so, does Ollie know this person from Russia? So all of these things are going to be like trickle down, and I'm hoping that they're going to be answered very, very soon. And I'm hoping, I'm actually hoping that, you know, because obviously my first thoughts were it was Tommy Merlin, but then I'm thinking it might be Natalia Ragu, but I'm still hoping it's Tommy, because like Tommy had amnesia. Whoever Prometheus is doesn't want anybody to kill Ollie, so it's somebody who he knows pretty well. But that's it, guys. That's Arrow. So that's it, guys. That's been Arrow in a nutshell, guys. If you're new to my channel, like I said at the beginning, guys, make sure you smash that bell, guys, because a lot of people's videos ain't hitting people's like boxes for some reason. So, guys, smash that bell button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Drop a comment in the comment section down below, and we can get a little conversation going. Guys, if you not already know, I do have a second channel, and on that second channel, I do gameplay, and I also do challenge videos as well. So guys, you want to go check it out, you go check it out. It is actually called Drew Arrow Gameplay. Guys, if you're new to that channel too, smash that subscribe button, you get me, hit the likes, drop a comment down and tell me what you want to be playing, and we can get this stuff sorted. But as always, guys, I have been your host, Drew, aka the Green Arrow. Straight shooting, people.